That didn't just happen organically. It didn't just start appearing everywhere. There had to be like a marketing meeting, right? I just like to imagine that meeting of like politicians and marketing people. And one marketer is like, okay, I think I got it. 9/11, never forget. And that crushes, right? Everyone's like, that's good. That's somber. That's timeless. That's respectful. Fits on a toy NASCAR model car, which is an item currently in the 9/11 gift shop I checked. They're like, okay, we'll probably go with that, but I don't know, are there any alts? Can we get some alts, variations on 9/11 never forget, something similar but different? And someone's like, yeah, how about 9/11 unforgettable? Yeah, that's like almost the same. But now it kind of sounds like a rave review. This is a tragedy, not a tour de force performance. And then some firefighters like, how about 9/11? Don't forget about it. And the governor's like, could you go back to ground zero, please? We'll call you a hero, never pay for your health care, you get it, right? I'm calling attention to the issue. It's not the issue that gets talked about. I can't believe we're still stuck on abortion. Isn't that crazy? We've been talking about abortion for so many years in this country, and we still just can't get over it. Has anyone had one? Anyone had? Okay. Okay, I'll be brave. Once again, seems to be my job. And say that I had one. I had an abortion. Just to draft myself into the culture war, you know. I was only like four-ish, 5 weeks pregnant. That's not really an abortion, right? That's like dropping a yolk on the floor. It's just a bit of goo that has to go away. I was in Australia when I found out, and I was younger, and I was traveling alone. And I just had a bad feeling, and so I went to go get a pregnancy test, which, not easy to find, by the way, at the pharmacy, at least back then. And I was embarrassed and younger. I didn't want to say out loud, hey, where are the pregnancy tests? But I found the diaper aisle. So I was like, excuse me, where's the aisle before this one? And then he brought me to the condoms aisle. Where's the aisle after this one? We got there. So I got it, I got the test, and I took it, and I was preg. And I was so freaked out, felt so alone and so scared. I just never thought that could happen to me. I never thought I'd have to be faced with that decision. And I was trying to calm myself down. I was like, you know what? It's cool. I'm in Australia. I bet I'll get a really chill Australian abortion, you know? I'll walk in and they'll be like, yeah, let's get that shrimp on the Barbie, you know? But I actually didn't end up having time to get it done there. I had to come back to America and pay for it. And my boyfriend at the time only offered to pay for half. Yes, we went Dutch on the abortion. That's not cool. I don't know, I just feel like if the woman has to go through the physical and emotional burden of doing that, the least the guy could do is bear the financial burden. I think that's fair. Yeah. I guess it's kind of like a reverse ransom. Like, give me $300 if you never want to see your kid again. I met a guy who actually had a pregnancy fetish. Preg porn, that's what he liked. I don't want to like kink shame, but I couldn't get into it personally, you know. And I was like, why that? And he goes, I just think it would turn me on to feel a life inside of you. Yeah. I was like, I'm alive. I mean, I know the voice throws it off, but like, I'm in here. No one cancels the game, right? Rain or shine. My dad lived in the Middle East my whole life, in the Middle East. He left when I was very young, but you probably figured that out. But, if you see a woman holding a microphone, her dad is gone. Dada, can you find me now? Does the amplification help? I know it's not a very feminist thing to say. It applies to men too, but you know. Men have problems. We like to act like they don't, but men have problems too, right? In fact, clap if you're a straight white man right now, please. Clap if you're... Thank you, yeah. Did it feel nice to be heard right there? It's not a good time for you, right? You guys can't say anything without getting yelled at. It's funny. It's pretty funny. But it's wrong. No, it's wrong. I think it's wrong. I'm on your side, actually. I want you to remember that for when you regain power. And you will. The tides are turning. We all see it. But, you know, you guys, I feel like you're afraid to, like, say how you really feel about some stuff. I feel like there's a mutually beneficial solution for us. I kind of want to start one of those, like, $1 a minute sexy hotlines for you guys, you know, like, are you a straight white man with some naughty opinions? Call 1-800-ME3. And then you can call and be like, yes, I still think Woody Allen's funny. Like, ooh, you're bad. Tell me more. What about Kevin Spacey? It's a very interesting time to be alive. A lot of competing ideologies getting thrown out into the world. Like the anti-patriarchy movement, that's something a lot of people just don't like powerful men. I think it's interesting that this movement is happening at the same time as this superhero movie industrial complex. They don't really match ideologically, you know? I don't know. People are like, we hate powerful men. And Marvel is like, I'll bet you $1 billion you don't. I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy times. I don't mean to get into politics this early. But let's do a little softball question just to get the temperature of the room. Did anyone vote for Trump in here? Did anyone vote for Trump? Clap. Well, that's okay. I did. I did vote for him. But only because I have to vote for anybody who will keep my dad out of the country. Yeah, in some parts of the country, people clap for that. Hey. Everyone, wow, you guys seem so nice and fun. That's great. My vibe up here is usually kind of like tired, upset, and confused, but you guys have like put me in a good mood. You're killing my vibe. I got older this morning. It just keeps happening. There's no stopping it. I've tried all the creams. So I have to think about annoying stuff, you know, kids and marriage and all that. Does anyone have kids here? Clap if you have. Okay. I was going to ask if you regret it, but you sound happy about it. Is it going well? You like them? Okay, cool. I mean, love would be good, but like is good as well. My brother is older than me. He and his ex wanted to have a kid, and then they found out that she couldn't have kids. But it's okay, because, you know, technology now is such that they can mix up their, you know, potion of life and give it to someone else, and they can have the child for them, and that's beautiful. So they pitched this idea to me. Not a joke, this is real life. They asked if I would bear their child for them. Oh, don't worry, I didn't because of this reaction. No, I know, everything goes very quiet when I tell people that. I'll be honest, I was considering it just because, I don't know, I kind of think the best part about having a kid might be the pregnant belly. That's kind of all I want. All the attention, none of the responsibility. Everyone coming up to me for 9 months like, oh my God, do you need anything? Do you want my seat? When are you due? Congratulations. And then I get to be like, oh no, it's my brother's. You know? I'll be drinking too. Like, don't worry, it's already fucked up. Don't worry. I grew up in a very repressive family, you know. I just grew up feeling like I didn't know something that everybody else knows. I felt particularly behind about, like, sex and my body and stuff, but it's cool. I feel connected to men in that regard. Like, yeah, like, I don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. Let's find the clit together. He's like, is that it? I'm like, your guess is as good as mine. Well, does it feel good? No, but that doesn't mean anything. I was with a guy once. He was also still learning about the female body. That made me feel good. He was about to go down there, you know, with his face, of all things. And right before he did, he looked me dead in the eyes and said, I'm not scared of anything. I was like, okay. It's not a haunted house. Is that dirty talk? I don't know. I don't know what he saw down there, but it spooked him. I'm lying. I know exactly what he saw. I am covered in hair. I always have been. I was very insecure about it when I was younger. Like, I remember in high school, all the boys started saying this phrase, if there's grass on the field, play ball. Did you guys have that? You can figure out what it means. If not, if there's on the hunt, put it in. Them's the rules. And so I had to be like, but if the grass is too long, do they cancel the game? So I'm very suspicious about, like, the family structure. The way I grew up, I just, like, saw it not really work out. So I'm suspicious about, like, getting married and, like, all that. For me, the last appeal of getting married is to get to stop grooming down there. Are there any married women here who can confirm that it's over? Anybody? I'm gonna take that to mean none of you are married. I hope. Here's my ideal wedding. Okay, we say our vows at the altar, we put the rings on. Next step, I take out the razor. I fold it up in an American flag. You've done your duty to the patriarchy, thank you very much. Now I'm free, right? That's how it should be. I only have one female friend who's married, and I started getting freaked out because one day she started complaining about waxing down there. Could you imagine? And I was confused, not only because she's already married, but also because she wears Crocs.